News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus reminds you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam, IP&E, Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous Fresh Garden Bar. Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Coming up tonight on Prime Time, Chris Barnett reports on a newly discovered Lati site on Naval Magazine. Plus, for the second time in a week, a Department of Corrections officer has been assaulted by an inmate. And Putehi Liteksan and other groups protest downtown Inaganya over the denial of a request for a pause in the construction of the firing range.
Hafa and good evening, everyone. A newly discovered and partially bulldozed Lati site on Naval Magazine has unquestionable eligibility as a National Register of Historic Places site. That's according to a letter obtained by KUAM News. Chris Barnett has more.
The letter, signed by then-acting State Historic Preservation Officer Richard Ibanez, is in response to the Navy's Programmatic Agreement Memo P608, which centers on project study designs for the FINA base's weapons storage facilities. It documents a June 7th site visit by Guam State archaeologist John Mark Joseph and Marine Corps Activity Guam archaeologist Ronnie Rogers. The letter references bulldozing of a Lati site, but it doesn't say when the site was bulldozed. The letter detailing the existence of an intact Lati set with 9 standing uprights, haligi, and a previous bulldozed Lati set located behind a magazine. Current acting SHPO Patrick Lujan tells KUAM News his office is still waiting for a response from environmental engineer for the Navy, Joseph Vinch. The newly discovered site has been temporarily named the Fina Lake West site, and it's located between 2 existing registered Guam historic properties. The new site was not recorded during 5 previous Navy studies of the area. Our office believes that the newly found Lati not only shows the incompleteness of the Navy's previous studies, but binds the sites together, making them one, Ibanez writes. The Historic Preservation Office, quote, believes its significance as to the National Register eligibility is unquestionable, especially with the new finding. The Navy says radiocarbon dating of the sites show a date range between 1285 and 1435 AD, meaning the Latis and the artifacts in the area could be over 730 years old. The PA memo dated June 21st said the Navy's project will result in, quote, no adverse effect on historic properties. The Navy doesn't agree with the SHPO requesting a new survey, but it will consider additional archaeological investigation at the West Fina Lake site. The memo also says the Navy will, quote, minimize effects to historic properties to the extent practical. Historic Preservation is requesting the Navy submit a monitoring and discovery plan for review. The Navy, meanwhile, writes that it will treat the Fina Lake West area as potentially eligible for inclusion in the National Register of Historic Places until a formal evaluation can be completed. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
And public comments on PA Memo 608 can be made until August 5th. For the second time this week, an officer was assaulted at the Department of Corrections. Here's more.
KUAM News has learned a corrections officer assaulted this morning by inmate Mitch Bronson Martinez. The officer allegedly punched in the face and received a cut to the lip. He was transported to the Guam Memorial Hospital for assessment. The prison, placed on lockdown and visitation, temporarily canceled. Martinez, an extensive criminal history including charges of attempted murder, manufacturing a controlled substance, firearms offenses, family violence, assault, burglary, and terrorizing. This, the second assault of a corrections officer this week. Detainee Brian Matthias allegedly assaulted a corrections officer on Sunday. According to court docs, Matthias kicked an officer's leg 6 times and punched the officer's head and face numerous times. That officer sustaining bruising and swelling to his face and a large bruise on his thigh. Matthias said the officer struck him first on the chin and neck, but police noted no swelling or bruising on Matthias.
A 4th person has come forward alleging he was sexually molested by Father Adrian Cristobal. The latest was filed by an individual identified as DDD to protect his privacy. The victim is currently 33 years old, but the alleged sexual abuse occurred when he was around 12 to 14 years of age. That's according to documents when DDD was attending CCD classes on Saturdays. volunteering on weekends both as a helper at the classes and during masses at San Vicente Ferrer San Roque Catholic Church in Barrigada. Father Adrian would sexually abuse him. The father allegedly bribed the victim to keep quiet by paying him $20 from money that was collected during Mass. The alleged abuse occurred over a 2-year period. DDD is seeking a trial by jury and up to $5 million in damages. In June of last year, Archbishop Michael Burns issued sanctions against Father Adrian because he did not follow orders to return to Guam after the first 3 clergy sexual abuse complaints were filed against him. According to news files, Father Adrian was forbidden from acting as a priest in public. He was prohibited from wearing a clerical garb, not allowed to celebrate Mass, and prohibited from hearing confession. Father Adrian is the former chancellor of the Archdiocese of Agana. The Guam National Guard is facing backlash for maintaining the employment of Sergeant Jerry Thomas Guerrero II, who was arrested by the FBI this week for the production of child pornography a year after the allegations were made. Public Affairs Officer Major Josephine Bloss comments on the matter.
So if there's no judgment against him, the National Guard can't take a judgment because, I mean, even our Constitution says innocent until proven guilty. So the other misconception is that he went out and did it again, and so now he's being arrested by the federal authorities, and that's incorrect. So the federal authorities, based on the same findings that our local authorities did, they arrested him, and so now it's in the hands of the federal authorities versus the local authorities.
Even today, Guerrero II maintains his employment. Major Bloss says the Guard believes in a person being innocent until proven guilty. And late this afternoon, Protele Texan gathered around the Chief Kapua Loop in Hagana as a call to action. Our Tomas Manglonia is there and files this report. Tomas?
Thank you, Nestor. We're here at Chief Kapua Loop where advocates and activists are protesting against Rear Admiral Shoshana Chatfield's letter basically denying the governor's request for a pause on the firing range construction. We're here with 2 protesters and advocates today. What's your message tonight?
No means no. We want to support our governor. We want her to continue to stand strong and to make a statement to our public and to the military that when we say we want to pause, we mean it, and we also don't want this firing range, and no means no. So that's our message here today.
All right, thank you, Jessica. We also have one of the youth activists here, Sol. Sol, what's your message tonight?
Hi. I feel like the military being here and like all their projects and stuff is very detrimental to the environment, our culture, and our overall health as well. So, I mean, we've said so much already, and I'm just like, when are they going to really listen and just continue what they're doing?
Protesters continue to file in at the beginning of this protest here in Hagana. You'll have more to learn on KUAM.com. We'll be filing that full package for you tomorrow night. Reporting in Hagana, Tomas Maglonia for KUAM News. Back to you, Nestor.
Senators spent much of today's session discussing amended legislation that would completely separate the Academy charter schools from the Department of Education. The bill establishes a new budgetary and organizational process and provides for an annual budget independent of GDOE. Co-author Senator Amanda Shelton added a new section today that creates the Academy Charter School Fund.
The fund shall not be commingled with any other fund and shall be kept in a separate bank account and administered by the Department of Administration. So it would strike out the Guam Academy Charter School Council and be replaced with Department of Administration. For the operations of Guam Academy Charter Schools, the Guam Academy Charter School Council shall make quarterly reports of expenditures from the fund and transmit said reports to Legislature in Guahan and the Office of Public Accountability.
Entertainment segment.
Under the bill, Academy charter schools will receive a tuition amount from the general fund equal to the number of students enrolled multiplied by the per pupil cost. Legislative session resumes tomorrow afternoon when a vote is expected on several measures relating to charter schools. Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world. Take stunning photos with a 123-degree field of vision. Use your phone to charge other wireless charging devices. Don't just stand out, stand apart.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're gonna be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're gonna be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
Ah, the Netherlands, home of the Stroopwafel McFlurry from McDonald's. A mix of delicious vanilla soft serve and caramel waffle cookie pieces. But to get one, you'd have to sneak out of the office, dig out your luggage, wait for boarding group 12, figure out what that means, take a train, take a boat, take a bike, and finally order one. Or get to your neighborhood McDonald's now, because for a limited time, worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner.
Welcome back. The Guam Department of Education is holding an informational session at this hour to discuss the possibility of converting Chief Brody Memorial Elementary School into a central middle school. Last year in April, the Guam Education Board received a resolution passed by the Tamuning-Tuman-Harman Municipal Planning Council for this conversion request. Legislation was introduced by Vice Speaker Talina Nelson to appropriate the estimated cost of $10 million for this project. And this evening, the superintendent is presenting this proposal before the community.
One of the reasons that we looked toward this reassignment of attendance areas and the conversion of Chief Brody is because currently students from the Tamuning-Dededo area, from the northern area, they're going down to PD to attend Jose Reyes Middle School, and so providing a middle school in Tamuning would just shorten the transportation time. It's difficult for parents when they're dropping kids to school if they want to attend after-school sports. It becomes an issue, and so this is one of our efforts to kind of align schools closer to where people live and also to create a vertical alignment between our elementary, middle, and high schools.
And GDOE spokesperson Isa Baza says if the conversion does happen, then current students of Chief Brody would attend other elementary schools within the area depending on their region. For those unable to attend the meeting, you can tune in to a live stream on GDOE's Facebook page. The Superior Court of Guam is gearing up for a program aimed at keeping tabs on pretrial defendants. KUAM's Adriana Cotero reports.
An electronic monitoring program that allows for pretrial defendants to be sent back into the community. This is a new dimension being added to the court system. It's a device that goes on the defendant's ankle, and by way of radio frequency or GPS, every move can be followed by the judiciary of Guam.
The product is in different states in the United States and around the world, and so we're being able to use this particular device to monitor our pretrial defendants while they're on release. And it's really for judges to ensure that these folks who might be medium or high risk defendants, that they will, one, that they come to court, and two, obviously to make sure that they comply with the court order.
On August 1st, the court will begin utilizing the device. This week, the judicial officers, the pretrial team, and stakeholders are being trained by the program manufacturer, Buddy US LLC. According to the Director of Policy Planning and Community Relations, Sean Gumatautau, 2 fiscal years ago, funding to kick off the program was appropriated by the legislature of over $551,000, and last year it was approved.
The probation team is working very hard with the tools that they have, but also judicial officers have a chance to look at different ways to ensure compliance.
And he says at times this has been a challenge and struggle that the community started to take notice of.
The community is starting to see and asking the question is, how safe is our community? Is this going to be of benefit? It takes a little bit of strain off of already a tax team, which is already trying to monitor over 6,000 defendants around the island.
Ultimately, it's for the judge to decide. Defense attorneys may ask, and if not granted, then the other alternative is for the defendant to re-enter the correction facility. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
If you're trying to get a court clearance, get ready to shell out more money as the judiciary of Guam is increasing fees. A court clearance will be doubling in price with a 100% increase going from $10 to $20. The cost of a traffic clearance is also doubling from $5 to $10. The increase goes into effect August 1st and it's the result of a Judicial Council resolution. Judiciary spokesperson Sean Gumatautau tells KUAM fee increases will go towards the Judicial Building and Client Services Funds. He says it's the first increase since 2013, and it's part of a fines and fees project that started in October of last year. Gumatautau says there will be more increases for services at the judiciary to include civil filing, client services, education, and training programs. This morning, the Chamorro Village is presented with a certification by the Department of Defense Stars and Stripes newspaper. Again, our Adriana Cotero was there for the special recognition.
A survey amongst all the military personnel included a vote for the best off-base event of the year. The Chamorro Village was the top ranking and winner of this certification by the Department of Defense Stars and Stripes newspaper. Commander Colonel Richard McClintock presented the award to the President of the Department of Chamorro Affairs and the acting manager of the village.
It's a very valid measure of what we're doing here and what our intent is. And as we just heard from them, that it's so important to them. It's very important to them that they experience really what is truly native to Guam.
This is the first time the Chamorro Village has received this certification.
I see that the progression is happening. Our merchants and vendors are understanding how important it is to advocate our culture, our language, and this as a venue out of all places on Guam. And that's a big thing.
The Chamorro Village has been an attraction here on the island for over 20 years, but this year our main goal is to bring it back to its roots.
We've grown through the years. We had some trouble for a while in the past of sustainability, and in that realm of things, we had to, invite, just open up and just really open it up to anything and everything that's going to cause people to just come, whether it's Chamorro or not. I think it's time to sort out now what really Chamorro Village is supposed to represent.
Management is planning to help the vendors and merchants make the shift in order to create the most authentic Chamorro language and culture experience.
And I know that there's some controversies as to what is exactly local, and what is native because of the, how do I say, the influence of Western cultures. But I think it's time for us as a people to start sorting that out now, and claiming and revitalizing what is truly ours.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
The Guam National Guard has over 100 members looking for a job, but as Tomas Manglonia reports, it's one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country.
Just 10% of soldiers and airmen in the Guam National Guard are unemployed. It's one of the lowest rates in the country. With over 1,400 members, just roughly 140 of them are without a job.
We're always trying to help our soldiers and airmen not only get jobs, but probably get better jobs to improve their situation for themselves and their families.
Public Affairs Officer Major Josephine Blas says the Guard season numbers fluctuate with increasingly newer and younger recruits straight out of high school. The Guard also actively trains in areas such as writing resumes and interviewing techniques.
If they do get the opportunity for an interview, we try to increase the percentage of them getting hired just by preparing them in advance.
The Guard runs 2 programs to assist its members, the National Guard Employment Support Program and Citizen Soldiers for Life, geared towards recruitment specific to members. Still, overall, employment can be a struggle, especially after a deployment. Bloss says the unemployment can rise to 50%, even if members are protected by a government act.
Sometimes they go on deployment and they're just not sure what to expect when they get back, so they'll quit their job. And so when they return, we want to make sure that they have a continued monetary, they're able to provide for their families.
Their ultimate goal is for soldiers and airmen to thrive, knowing they'll be welcome back home. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tomas Manglona.
A bill meant to jumpstart the local film industry drew strong support during a public hearing today. The measure would move the Guam Film Office from GITA to PBS Guam, which now has more experience and expertise in the industry. PBS General Manager Ina Carrillo says, for example, they can help attract international and domestic film companies who want to take advantage of Guam's tropical scenery as the backdrop for their productions.
But they also have to be aware of the topography and know that there is a resource on island to help scout locations and provide actual assistance in filing critical positions that may be required to produce a film, commercial, or documentary. And we will be able to provide that assistance to prospective filmmakers by pairing them with local experts that they may require.
She says a GITA study predicted the industry could potentially bring in about $15 to $30 million a year. Carrillo adds that the film office will also help support the budding local film industry. Don't go anywhere. Dave Delgado is next with sports. Stay tuned.
Make every day a plus.
What are you gonna do now? How are you gonna push? How are you gonna live? It all depends on you. You ain't got time to be complaining. You ain't got time to be angry. So if you feeling weak and you in that dark place, you better find the light within yourself, because when it's all said and done, we are all brothers and sisters in battle. I ask you to be strong. Whatever challenge you face, there is no obstacle greater than you. Be productive, be powerful, and from the bottom of my heart, my name is Coach Payne, and I'm asking you to conduct your business. No!
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that, and I've replaced them with the white fillings, and I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll get to your Pacific Games update from Apia, Samoa in just a bit. But first off, some championship baseball from the Paseo Stadium between the Rays and Expos. Check it out. The IT&E Rays were crowned 2019 GML Baseball champions last night following their 8-5 win over the Expos. The Rays closed out the series 3-1 behind pitcher Paul Pegulinen, who got the win on the mound with 7 strikeouts. With last night's win, the Rays are now 2-time back-to-back champs of the league. At the plate, B.J. Balahaja finished 2 for 4 with a run. Teammate Jared Palomo contributed, going 1 for 3 with 2 runs, while Vic Fernandez went 1 for 5 at the plate with an RBI double. J.D. St. Nicholas led the Expos in the loss, finishing the game 2 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI. Rhea Macaluso and Jeffrey Rios represented Guam in their first Spartan race over the weekend in Cebu, Philippines. The 2 athletes earned some hardware. Rhea Macaluso competed in the Spartan Super under the Women's Elite Division, placing 1st and 9th overall with a time of 1:48.51. The Spartan Race Super is a 13-kilometer race with 25 obstacles. Rios participated in the Spartan Sprint 5-kilometer 20-obstacle race with no expectations of placing, but did very well for his first race, placing 19th in his age division and 362nd out of 1,026 racers. Now for your Pacific Games update from Samoa. Our men's beach volleyball team bounced back from their opening game loss to Tonga and picked up a win over New Caledonia 21-19, 21-19, then lost to Papua New Guinea 21-16, 21-18, and currently sit at 1-2. In Olympic-style weightlifting, Deamaya Kalma added to Guam's medal count after taking home a silver in the snatch, bronze in the clean and jerk, and silver for total. The Pacific Games are also being used for the Oceania Weightlifting Championships, where she took a silver in the senior division, gold for the juniors, and gold in the youth division. Jacinta Sumagese took to the platform in the 55-kilo division, winning a silver in the snatch, silver in the clean and jerk, and silver for combined lift. Guam's men's basketball team started their run at defending their gold medal with a win over Samoa 105-81. Darren Hechanova hit for a team-high 22 points. J.P. Cruz chipped in with 16. Irv Jose added 15, finishing 5 of 7 from three-point range.
Check out Triple J's spectacular deals going on now during the hot summer savings event. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Get into a Mazda CX-5 at its lowest price of $19,995 or $152 per paycheck. The big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $282 per paycheck, or the Honda Civic starting at only $176 per paycheck. Triple J says yes. Purchase your next vehicle online at triplejguam.com today. Triple J, customers first. The phone you want now on the best network and a plan that gives you endless data on chat, social, and music apps. Tell your Docomo Pacific rep you want now with access. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Every year since Guam's liberation, we've come together as a community to pay homage to those we lost, to celebrate the boundless courage and resiliency of our people, and to take pride in the legacy of peace and friendship that prevails across our islands. In this milestone year, the 75th anniversary of our liberation, let us join hands to celebrate our diversity as we strive for peace and work together to build a better world.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
We love having lots of birthday recipients on the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, so here we go, everybody. Happy birthday to Caden Paulino, who has a birthday on Wednesday. Also, happy birthday to Lovia Faith Cruz Franquez. Happy magical 4th birthday from your loving friends and family. Happy birthday to Noah Manabusin. You are truly a blessing to our family. We love you, says everyone you're related to. Traven Michael Flores, happy birthday number 8 from your entire family, as well as happy birthday wishes going out to Lucas Robert Regis Perez. May our Heavenly Father bless you on this special day, Ricky Jose Mindiola, says your family, because we are blessed to have you as our grandson. We love you, Ricky boy, from Papa Ed and Mom May. Happy birthday to Anaya Lynn Cruz, coming from Cade and Caden. Also, happy birthday to Mary and Noah Meno. Happy birthday from your entire family. And happy blessed birthday to Andrea Sanchez, coming from the family and friends. Also, happy belated birthday wishes going out tonight to Gabriela Hope Gogui. Happy birthday to you. We love you always, and may God continue to bless and protect you. And a happy belated 21st birthday, number 21, going out to Amanda Perez from your cousins Megan, Marina, and Auntie Lynn Regis. Hope everybody out there had the best birthday possible.
And remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. And please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. And that'll do it for us here on the news desk. But stay tuned. Jason's up next with Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.
Off the day, everybody. Jason Salas here, and this is KUAM News Extra. Thanks so much for watching tonight. We are getting right into our top story because we have another 5K that we're talking about, but this isn't just any 5K. This one is very, very special because it happens at night. Cody and Ben are here, and they are the two gentlemen, the brain trusts behind the Night Run.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, hey, thanks for coming in, guys. Man, we come across maybe 5Ks that are held around dusk, maybe around sundown time and everything like that, but I've never actually heard of one that's happening at night. So how night is night?
Yeah, so it's at Saturday, it's at Ipao Beach. Showtime's at 5:30 p.m. Go time is at 7 p.m. Everybody automatically gets glow sticks and bracelets. So we like to say 5:30 showtime, 7 p.m. glow time.
Ah, okay, so there are a lot of logistical challenges, obviously, when you work with the fact that the sun isn't just coming up. Security, I guess, is a higher concern and everything like that. How complicated was this to put together?
We had some run-ins, but I think we got pretty much everything set for this weekend, ready to roll.
Thank you to Guam Running Club. They definitely helped us out with the logistical part.
Oh, those guys are super supportive.
Yep. They made sure all the routes handled. We got the 2K, which is from Ipao to PIC and back, and then we have the 5K option, which is from Ipao to Fujita Road and back. We'll have water stations for both routes, and actually we'll have live DJs, music, and lights at each of these water stations as well.
Okay, so as I was saying at the top, we do a lot of 5K interviews on the show. They're all awesome. This one is a particularly challenging event, I would think, because for people that are competitive runners, they're always thinking, how can I maximize my time? People train in the morning. So even the route for this, if you're running the 5K, you're going from Ipao. Once you pass PIC, you go down the hill to Fujita. Correct. You got to go back up the hill. So, you're not fighting a lot of the humidity, a lot of the sun just coming up and everything like that. But the terrain itself is going to present a challenge.
Yes. One thing that we're doing a little different is this is a fun run. So we're not doing a competition in time per category. Okay. We're trying to promote health and not competition between each other, but competition within yourself. So you can do the 2K, you can walk it, run it. There will be a timer, but as for scorekeeping and race against each other, that's all on yourself. We're not going to be doing it.
Okay, can we take a look at these lights? Because these are awesome.
So each runner gets a foam baton. They get a drawstring bag.
Those are cool.
I know normally in 5Ks they always give you T-shirts. A lot of my T-shirts end up just in the closet, so we want to give something that they could use throughout the run. You're going to get glow necklaces as well as glow bracelets.
How long do those last typically?
Typically they last all night for one event, so you'll be able to pick these up right before your run at 5:30.
So if you hang out afterwards and everything like that, you're still good to go.
That's the coolest part about our 5K is actually after the 5K, we have a complete EDM lineup and we have a foam dance party. We actually brought in 4 large foam cannons and we're planning to foam the entire EPOW park. We have live DJ performances.
We'll be selling alcohol as well. IWS will be there. We also have a food vendor, Gigi's Barbecue.
Very
so
nice.
It's pretty much like a concert after, right, the event.
So get fit, have some fun, make some new friends, and then hang out.
Yeah.
And I'm loving those lights and everything. That's very, very old school club. That's what when our director Pete used to hang out at like club captains, and he'd had that.
Another cool thing about Get Fit First to Ship is actually our grand prize is we're giving away a full cabin for 2 on Asia's largest festival at sea. It's the Ship. So last year we had 5 local DJs go perform on Asia's largest festival. So this year we were trying to give the opportunity for an islander to see the stages that our island's talent have been working so hard to get on.
Very nice. Okay, obviously you don't have a cajillion of these things lying around, so everybody has to register as soon as possible.
That is correct.
How can they do so?
So you can register at Hornet Sporting Goods, Vape Armory, both locations, Dedido and Hagåtña, Selena's Beauty Works and Beauty and Pain in Hagåtña, Fit Fix in Barrigada, and Agate Tire and Lube down south.
Man, that's a lot of places to register.
We try to make sure it's easy for everybody to register, no matter central, north, southern.
Okay, how many people do you expect? How many people would you like to come out and participate?
We imagine around 1,000 people are going to show up. So please show up early so that you can get all your glow material. Parking, we suggest everybody to park near Proa of EPOW side. Yeah, show up early, get your batons, get your glow sticks, get your drawstring bags.
Okay, now for people that love 5Ks, they love being part of the atmosphere, but maybe some students want like service learning. Are you guys in need of volunteers? Because I mean, putting these things together is no small task.
We always love volunteers, and I tend to notice that a lot of our volunteers that volunteer for one event, they actually stay with us for multiple events in the future. Normally they have a great time volunteering. So if anybody would like to volunteer, you can hit up Alter X Ego, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
Okay.
We're accepting all volunteers there.
Well, you segued perfectly to the next thing, because I was going to say, with all of the cool things going on with like the lights, the EDM party, are there hashtags that we'll be using that night? Or, obviously this is going to be like a social media friendly event.
Yes, this is an all ages social media friendly event. The hashtag is GetFit for It's the Ship. And
you want to spell it correctly.
Yeah, you want to. It's easy. But if you follow that hashtag, you'll be able to find.
If you misspell that hashtag, you may get something completely different.
And if you follow that hashtag, you'll find all the info on this event.
Shoot. All right, boys. Thank you so much, man.
No, thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you, bro. Sounds like a really fun time.
I'll see you there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, and we'll see you right after this break.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
The summer of Jeep, Compass, Cherokee, Wrangler, Cars Plus, and Mighty. Your new adventure starts now. Buy the 2019